was in my classroom after that day, then I was very excited, and I was like, okay, so let's try it. I brought all that I have learned into my classroom. So how can I facilitate a culture of thinking? For me, from my personal experience too, I start with the provocations. So for me, a provocation is that moment when you are in your classroom with the group of your students, and then you either have this object, of this picture, of this video, or this something that generates that wow moment in your students. That provocation that makes your children's eyes too bright. So when you cause that in your children, that they're like, that they all want to touch it, that they all want to smell it, that they all want to chew on that, whatever it is, according to the age, the provocation provokes different responses according to the age. So I know that is a provocation. So when the children have the right provocation, they can start making connections with things that they knew already, like with previous knowledge. So that's starting to make that moment very, very significant. Part of the role as a facilitator is for the teacher to be able to promote participation. And how can we promote participation? Well, when we use the thinking routine, so when I have the provocation, then we're going to start using a thinking routine. So when I use the thinking routine, as it says, it's a routine. And when I do it something repeatedly, then the routine creates habits. And that's when we talk about the habits of mind. And then during the thinking routines, the children are able to participate in different ways. So for example, the children that are already verbal, they're able to ask questions, and they're able to have interactions between them, and they're able to build knowledge together. So it's not the teacher saying, this is what we're going to learn, and this is what it's about, but for them to be able to build the knowledge together. And in the case of the infants and the toddlers that they're not verbal yet, then they have their own way to express. So we as teachers, we need to be aware that the way that they move, the way that they look at you, the way that they're pointing at something, they're showing us that there is something going on, that there is a thinking process going on in their brain. So we need to be aware of that too. If we want to have a culture of thinking in our classrooms, we need to keep in mind also that we need to have a balance, and that the culture of forces must be present. So I'm just going to go real fast. I know you guys know all about them, but I just want to go real fast in each of them. So environment, so arranging the space to facilitate for interactions. Even if we have our centers in the classroom, it's not about just having the centers and the classroom organized in a way that it looks nice and it looks beautiful, but that each of the center or each of the space that is in our classroom really invites the children to have those thoughtful interactions. Time, thinking requires time, and without the time to commit to a team or idea, the opportunity to think may be lost. I want to share a pearl of wisdom that I had on Wednesday. I had the opportunity to be like the shadow, I don't know if that's the right word, of a group of people that came from Spain. They are part of a group of it's a school that works, or a couple of schools from Spain that use VEST as their curriculum model. And we went into the threes classroom, and they were sitting down for circle time, and the teacher was asking questions about what they were thinking about on a specific topic. I don't remember what the topic was about, but she started asking each like, if they were taking turns, and each of them was saying what they were thinking about that specific thing. So there was a child that when the teacher asked the question, the child looked like if he was, he was thinking. But it was taking time, so everyone was so quiet, like waiting for the child to respond, but he was not responding anything. But I was amazed by the way that the teacher really was so respectful with this child that she said to him, I see that you're thinking and you're taking some time and it's okay. So I want you to keep thinking. We're gonna continue, and once you're done and once you know and you have all your ideas ready to share, just raise your hand and we will all be ready to listen. And for me that was amazing. I was like, this is really what giving time for thinking is about too. Opportunities, so for purposeful activities that have a purpose to engage students with thinking and developing of their understanding. Modeling, so process the thinking, and when the thinking is discussed, we share it and it's visible. Language, using language of thinking that provides the students with vocabulary for describing and reflecting on thinking. Routines, thinking routines help are tools that, bring culture, expectation, maintaining high expectation from and for the students' thinking. Interaction, showing respect and interest in the ideas and thoughts of everyone. And this was me, maybe 3 years ago, with my 2-year-old classroom. I just wanted to share this experience with you, to talk a little bit about the circle of impact. So this activity was about the groundhogs. So there we see that we were stepping inside and we were like groundhogs, and here we're doing like a flow chart. And I'm just sharing this with you because I want to tell you today that BEST has, as I said at the beginning, BEST is not only a curriculum model that can be applied in our schools and that really makes a difference in how children can develop